recording later, yeah. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, it's not going to be a formal session, alright, it's just a sharing session. I hope that you can just, alright, we just do for us to learn, yeah. So whatever method that you want to do lah. Okay. Alright, just to start with, I would like to know from each of you, how is your experience, alright, regard to referencing? Maybe we can start with Syahidah lah.
Okay. Macam mana during my PhD time dulu guna Endnote ni lah. But that was 2000 berapa dah. And then after that for journal publication all that tu tak guna dah Endnote, guna manually.
Manual balik?
Wah, it's very problematic lah kan. Sometimes I forgot to
Kenapa tak pakai Endnote? Kenapa tak pakai balik Endnote?
Once because yang Endnote dulu tu guna yang punya.
Okay.
So once dah tu dia dah tak boleh nak pakai lagi because the students semua dah tak ada kan. And then tak terfikir nak pakai because I think journal publication sikit je kan, dia punya not sikit lah, dia punya macam apa tak sebanyak PhD, so still lagi boleh
manageable.
Tapi still lagi ada juga isu tertinggal all that tu lah. Ni nak refresh balik lah knowledge tu.
Okay, thank you. Alhamdulillah. So kalau I ada kat mana-mana, you boleh help me lah. Alright, because I baru start balik, okay. So as an introduction juga, for example in my case, masa my PhD memang I pakai Endnote. Bila balik Malaysia, alright, tak pakai Endnote. Satu sebab tak banyak buat research. Sibuk buat huha-huha. Tapi ni sebab satunya sebab the software tu is not available kat sini. Alright. Kena purchase. Bila nak purchase Endnote mahal. Alright. And then bila tanya library tak boleh nak support lah apa-apa. But it's just that recently, right, Slow bagi offer untuk kelas Endnote ni balik. I thought class Endnote actually sebenarnya class referencing. So I joined that class. It was actually given, the training was given by a librarian from UM. Alright, Dr. Faizal Hamzah. Alright, UM bagi student Endnote. Bila I tanya library, oh kita dah tak subscribe lah hari tu, kita dah ni sebab ni tak ada duit lah benda kan. So I terpaksa cari jalan, so I cari dekat Shopee. So I dapat RM5 lebih. So since dah few months I pakai, it works. So I think that alright, so issue dah tak ada masalah. And then in terms of kalau satu lagi sebab kita tak pakai, sebab kita tak ada reference point. Maknanya kalau ada masalah nak refer kat siapa? Alright. So bila I attend that course, alright, I dah ada contact dengan Dr. Faizal. So if anything je I boleh tanya dia terus. Ya, so dia pun dah kata okay, no problem, anytime dia memang kerja dia librarian memang untuk help with all this referencing lah. So that's why I think that okay, I'm going to start again using my Endnote. So hopefully everyone of us pun boleh try lah. Alright, so but I think that is very useful and effective lah. Okay, Fiza?
Kawan, sekejap nak tanya. Kawan, yang apa ni, yang Endnote tu tak dia bawa purchase, dia hantar hard copy, dia hantar
dia bagi link, tapi baru tadi purchase, I rasa dia take some time juga tu, half a day, one day macam tu kot, dia tak immediate.
Oh iya ke? Alright, tak apalah.
Check balik sebab hari tu dia kata dia siap personal WhatsApp I, dia kata dia minta dalam chat tau, dia minta kita punya email address.
Alright.
So kena ni lah, tapi tak lama lah, within 2 days memang confirm akan dapat lah.
Okay. Alright, no worries.
So maknanya sekarang dunia tak ada lagi lah dalam sekarang
ni. Tak ada lah. Tak, saya ada dulu. Ada dalam laptop lama. Masa kat UK memang pakai Endnote. Dia memang download Endnote tu. Tapi laptop lama. Tak ada lah.
So Ju dulu pakai apa?
Saya pakai Endnote.
Pakai Endnote. So dah terror lah kan? Cuma nak refresh
lah. Tu je.
Fiza?
Tapi dah lama tak pakai. Macam saya dah lah. Bila now kita go for manual. Tak pakai Endnote lagi dah. Pelik betul kan?
One interrupt sikit.
Boleh.
Untuk hari ni boleh run yang 30 days trial tu lah. Kalau yang
boleh.
So Julia mungkin boleh download trial tu lah Julia dulu.
Boleh download trial version tu.
Okay, lagi satu just okay. Tadi you mention Endnote ni mahal lah kan? Tapi tiba-tiba ada kat pula Sofi RM5 kan. So
pirate lah.
Itulah kadang kita ni ajar ethical kan, I baru je ajar lah student talk about the IT pirated tu unethical kan. So macam itulah
dilema
kan. Dalam dilema juga student keep asking madam we purchase basically pirated software
sebab the infrastructure does not allow us to do the right thing. Boleh.
Itulah tu kadang susah nak jawab kan. Ajar student lain tapi kita okay lah.
So maknanya yang dekat Shopee tu tak ori lah.
Of course lah tak ori. Dia ori tapi pirated.
RM5 lah. So kalau betul je ratus tu payah kan.
Ori software tu memang full, cuma pirated lah.
So itulah Wan. Yes. Sebab I pun sebab I ajar research methods kan. So the first topic tu ada ethics in research. Ada juga cakap pasal copyright material semua kan. Jadi I pun sebab I nak ajar dia SPSS tapi I told them that I was informed you can buy from Shopee. Cuma I'm not sure whether it's ethical sebab kita pun ada pasal ethical. Jadi I jadi macam alamak.
Sebab kita sendiri suggest kan student lah beli
I will check with the university first because kalau kita dalam UAE kita boleh guna SPSS kan. Dia cuma have to use it from UAE. Outside UAE tak boleh guna.
Betul.
Now masalahnya now we are asked to work from home. Macam mana? Bukan kita tak nak pergi universiti.
Sekarang ni you nak pergi database kan, nak pergi apps apa semua tak boleh nak access. Kan? How to do that? Macam mana kita punya research macam
jadi macam
Zamri ada Zamri. I don't know lah, but that's how I have to lah. Even SPSS pun I beli pada Shopee juga sebab dia tunggu UAE ni tonteng sana tonteng sini. Tak payahlah. Kita nak kerja kena jalan kan. But itulah, that is the issue lah. Tapi tak tahu lah, I buat je. Okay. Ada
Wan, I mean, does it mean because actually hari tu I bought Microsoft Office punya ni tapi dia memang claim dia memang reseller. So walaupun harganya cheap bukan, I tak tahulah harga sebenar berapa kan tapi dia ada different reseller. So I thought bila semalam I beli Endnote tu, I thought reseller jugalah.
I don't think so lah Kak, sebab harga tu murah sangat, it cannot be lah.
Actually berapa harga dia sebenarnya?
100.
From the Claret.
Nak cari tu I pun tak tahu.
Does it mean bila kita install and then dia cakap I mean now you can upgrade to 9.3.3 tu. I mean are we not supposed to upgrade? Does it mean like that?
Boleh je upgrade.
Oh ya, tak ada issue lah.
Ya, tak ada.
Okay.
Agaknya Claret tu dah detect UAE ramai beli kot sebab semalam ke kemarin dapat email discount.
Tak tahu lah apa cerita ni. Tak ada. Cek. Okay. Alright. Zaini? Two of my students, Brother Anas and Sister Salina, PhD students are joining. Yeah, I can see their names. Zaini, any experience? UM okay kot. Endnote. Tak ada. Yes. Hello. Zaini, pakai Endnote tak dulu? Okay, tak apa. Salina, welcome. Mana Salina hilang pula? Okay, currently are you using any reference note? Referencing apps?
Okay.
I can't hear you. Unmute first.
So far tak ada lagi. Last time adalah tapi about 3-4 years ago lah I ada guna.
What do you use?
I guna Mendeley, Mendeley. Sebab during that time I pergi course Dr. Osman Talib.
Okay.
So I learn from there lah. And then ada juga lah. I tried guna. Yeah.
Are you using it?
Last time ada I guna.
Alright. Okay.
Tapi dah lupa doktor.
So Mendeley pun is just another form lah. So sekarang ni ada Endnote atau Mendeley. Satu lagi apa? Aku tak tahu, dua je I tahu. Ya, tapi sebab we already in my case I already have the history of using Endnote, so malah nak belajar new things, Mendeley pula kan, so confusing, so I keep on using Endnote lah. Yeah, but I think that I do not know Mendeley, so I hope that it's about the same lah. The purpose is the same, alright, in order for you to manage your references. Yeah, alright. So some of you do not have that Endnote currently. So it's okay because we do the recording and then later once you have the software, you can actually try and error lah. Yeah, alright. Allow me to share my presentation. Oh, tak keluar, lupa nak klik. Alright, can you see the slides? Boleh ya?
Yes, boss. Boleh.
Right. Okay. Okay, Endnote referencing. Alright, we have actually done this. Yeah, so I hope that at the end of the day, we learn something and hopefully lah, some of you, if not all, alright, will be using this reference management in your work, in your research and your publication. Yeah, hopefully adalah ilmu yang dimanfaatkan. Okay, so beginning your research with your Endnote, alright, is for bibliographies and citation. I hope that everyone knows this by now. Yeah, it organizes your citations from your journals, your books, your government sources, websites, databases, and interviews. Yeah, even though if you do qualitative data, alright, you can actually put that as a reference, alright, but there's a way lah, because for example, for an interview, you do not want to mention the name of the interviewees. So there's a way for you to not, for example, you can use the pseudonym, yeah, pseudonym for that. So but as in your note later, you adalah tempat you nak put actual name dia, so that janganlah you lupa ABC, sebenarnya namanya refer pada Ali B. Bamba, yeah. So that's how you actually record that as a reference based on the interviews that you have conducted. Yeah, so normally this one refers to dia punya transcription lah, right? So by using the Endnote, at the end of the day, you are going to have the output, alright, in the form of in-text citation. In-text maknanya dalam paragraph tu you ada citation, alright, of your reference, and then at the bottom, alright, at the end you will have your reference list. So all these things, when you use your Endnote, alright, it will be automatically done for you, right? Rearrangement, alphabetical order, the style that you use, alright, everything is right taken care of, so you tak payah nak fikir. But remember that, alright, because Endnote ni is a tool, alright. So what we call it as a garbage in, garbage out lah. So kalau what you put into the Endnote is wrong, for example, the name of the authors ke, right, the way you put the title of the papers salah, right? So what appears in your reference list pun salah lah. Yeah, so it's a garbage in, garbage out. So make sure that's why bila you import citation, alright, we always make sure that we have to check, alright, whatever is imported, for example, from the database, from the Google Scholar, alright, is correct, because it's your responsibility to check on that. So later we look into this matter also, yeah. Alright, the features of Endnote is a commercial reference management. That's why kena bayar, yeah. And then, right, integrate seamlessly in Microsoft Word. So that's why, right, memang senang nak buat kerja, yeah. You can back and forth between your Endnote and your words. Yeah, rearrange references when adding, deleting, or moving text. So katalah you dah buat paper you, even though you dah use that Endnote, alright. So when you go again literature, oh you nak tambah lagi, for example, one author nak tambah lagi satu lagi, another references in the same. So you just plug in je, yeah. So it's very easy, alright. In terms of the citation style, alright. So Endnote have about 4,500 styles dalam tu dah, alright. Tapi biasanya kita pakai APA lah, alright. Because when I check also accounting memang mesti akan pakai APA. What is APA stand for? Anyone? Kat belakang A tu is association. Any idea what is APA?
American Psychological Association.
Pandai. Bagus Tati. Alright. So APA is the psychology. So but kalau accounting paper or accounting punya area memang pakai APA lah. And previously it was APA 6 and latest kita dah pakai APA 7. Right? So there are some changes regard to the APA 7 punya style. For example, kalau dulu, for example ya, kalau dulu if you have authors, katalah you have 4-5 authors in one paper kan. So the first citation you akan sebut kalau 5 tu tak sure. Kalau 3 tu you akan sebut 3 lah. A, B, C 2010. Ya. Tapi and then second mention on that second mention onwards you akan just mention A at all. Ya. But in 7, alright, the first one dia dah sebut dah. A at all. Alright, you tak payah nak pakai second. So, but this one is automatically updated lah kalau you pilih APA 7. Alright, so you nak pakai APA 7 ke, nak pakai APA 6 ke, you just choose the option of the style from the Endnote. Right? Another style that is very common is kita ada Harvard. Ya, so Harvard pun lebih kurang APA lah. I'm not sure what's the difference. But depends. Sometimes katalah you nak submit paper for a journal, alright, dia kata dia nak Emerald Harvard, alright, Emerald Harvard. I ada Harvard je, mana I nak cari Emerald Harvard? So you can actually, alright, edit the Harvard tu sebagai dia punya main, dia punya reference lah. From Harvard tu, you edit and save as Emerald Harvard. So bila tengok Emerald Harvard, you tengoklah dalam Emerald punya requirement tu dia nak yang macam mana. So how does it different from the Harvard? So you save another style based on Harvard, you namakan dia Emerald Harvard. Have you done that before? Are you aware of this?
No.
Alright, so nanti kita tengok macam mana kita nak edit lah. Ya, macam I tu sebab bila submit pada Emerald macam tu lah. Alright, dia minta Emerald Harvard. Emerald Harvard tu maknanya kita base kita Harvard, semua kita kena tengok Emerald nak macam mana. Alright, and the other one yang common is also MLA lah, but I've never used MLA. Ya, alright, the style that you choose, kalau ada paper A, you nak submit pada paper A, you submit dia nak pakai APA. Alright, and then katalah lepas tu the same paper kata conference lah, conference paper pakai APA. Alright, now you nak submit pada Harvard, dia nak Emerald Harvard. So benda tu you tak payah nak change, you just change style dia je, benda tu automatically taken care of. Yeah, so in terms of the typo error, all those nak rearrange everything, tak payah nak fikir dah. So you can change anytime lah, yeah, from the style tu. Alright, so this is an example. I selalu refer kalau of course kalau I nak cari something new, alright, for example, kalau first mesti cari kat Google lah kan. The other one, kalau more of technical information, I normally refer to slide share. Ya, I cari dekat slide share, tengok apa orang dah present on that topic lah. So this is an example of slide share on APA 7 latest lah. So dia tunjukkan, dia tak tunjuk different, but dia tunjuk for APA 7, kalau untuk journal, this is how it looks like. Yeah, but just as a reference, and you have many other. During my PhD, I actually bought the book, the manual untuk APA. Masa tu I tak ingat I pakai APA berapa masa tu. So how important is understanding the style lah, untuk our research. Okay, so this how I say that citation style ni you boleh pilih je dalam Endnote, you nak Emerald ke, this Emerald Harvard ni yang I dah create, macam kita kata save as lah. Alright, daripada Harvard tu I make some arrangement, make some addition, then I namakan dia Emerald Harvard. Right, initially Harvard tu memang ada lagi kat situ, it's still there, it's just that I buat new style lah, Alright, so we can choose from so many. I pernah submit satu paper, dia nak IEEE, so which is actually normally used by engineering punya area. I do not know kenapa lah paper tu nak IEEE kan. So luckily ada benda ni, so I just pilih IEEE, then terus jadi je. So far so good?
Good.
Alright, okay. Okay, so bila you talking pasal references ni masuk dalam Endnote ni, dia 3 ways lah. Alright, whether you nak masuk through manual, so you type benda tu. Alright, so kata you ada paper, you punya literature, alright, ada paper, okay, you masuk manual, masuk nama apa, what we call, macam ni lah, author dia nama apa, tahun bila, title apa, right, journal apa, volume berapa, issue berapa, so semua everything you type in manually, right. But careful that bila you type in manually, right, typo error is an issue, and then author tu kadang-kadang kita pun tak sure, kita kena check, my issue dia sekarang ni, kalau author ni you kena tahu which one is the first name, which one is the surname, right. Kalau nama English is normally the second one is the surname lah, alright, Jeff Pope, so Pope is the surname. Tapi kalau nama Chung Kwai Fight, alright, I dapat student Fight, Allah, mana pula datang Fight, sebenarnya kalau Chinese name, yang depan dia tu Chung tu memang dia punya surname, alright. So bila you key in macam mana, you nak make sure that bila keluar dalam citation tu, you nak in text citation tu is the surname, alright. But when I attended the Endnote hari tu from Brother Faizal tu, dia kata kalau nama Melayu, contohnya Khadijah Muhammad Isa, you letak Khadijah Muhammad Isa. I mean Khadijah Muhammad Isa, comma, alright. So bila Khadijah Muhammad Isa, comma, so dia akan keluar dalam in-text citation Khadijah Muhammad Isa. Which I'm a bit, I don't know, boleh ke disagree, I don't know. Tapi dia kata APA macam tu sekarang. Nama Malay, Muslim macam tu, right? Sebab I nak my surname keluar sebagai Isa, alright? Okay, talking about this, your authorship name ni, alright, sebenarnya it doesn't has to be your, orang pakai nama pena kan, alright? So in my case, my nama pena is Khadijah Isa, alright? I tak pakai Khadijah Muhammad Isa, alright? So kalau I letak Khadijah Isa, so bila it appears as Isa, yeah? You can, tapi depends lah kalau you have written so many papers. Tapi kalau for new those academics, alright, those yang baru masuk dalam academic, so you kena fikir apa you nak nama pena. What is your how you want your name to appear, alright, in the publication, because that remains, alright, it's there, it's always there. Okay, so this is the manual key in. Alright, and then the other is what we call import from database. Yeah, so most likely kita akan pakai macam ni lah, import from database. Maknanya you pergi tengok sama ada tengok EBSCO host ke, right, ProQuest ke, or Emerald ke, alright. Then whenever you have an article that you think that okay, this one is relevant, alright. So issue ni sekarang ni, you nak cari reference dulu. Alright, bukannya you baca, you cari reference, tak. You find all the references which is relevant, right? But not all references will be in your bibliography. Do you get that? Alright, so you, for example, masa you cari nak buat literature review, you may have hundreds, contohlah, alright, of papers related to, let's say, internship, right? Banyak kan, 150 lah, right? So you cari all paper internship yang you think that related to you punya study, you akan ambil. But from this 50, takkan 50 you akan masuk dalam you punya paper. You must select the one which is relevant because you dah letak dalam bentuk team ke apa-apa kan, literature review tu. So maybe daripada 50 tu you akan ambil 20 je contoh, ya. Yeah? So but you must do the compilation dulu, right, of your references dulu, then only you buat paper, betul tak? Yeah, I mean you nak buat you punya literature, nak update, and then all this based on this kan. And then how to import those papers into your Endnote, and then daripada Endnote tu masuk pula dalam you punya words. Alright, so kita akan buat benda tu later, alright, so that you can have a better experience from this, right? So
yes, can I ask?
Yes.
When we import the articles into it's to the local space.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
Alright. I tak pergi dekat bila you ada Endnote tu kan, bila you download you punya software Endnote tu, dia ada a few files tau. Dia ada data, apa tu dia ada. But dia panggil library tau. Tapi library tu macam satu file. Tapi dia, kalau file yang you akan guna, alright, for example, in my case, this is my library. Can you see this now? So library ni is actually library X9. Patutnya I nak letak nama, I pun ada masalah tadi nak rename I punya ni sebab, okay, tapi you kena make sure yang belakang .enl. Can you see this? .enl. So that is macam kita punya docs lah. Alright, so that's the file. Sebab dia ada yang data saja, so dia ada banyaklah benda so that it works kan. So tapi file yang kita nak pakai is the one yang ada enl kat belakang. So nanti kita akan try start very fresh lah. Alright, start a new one. Okay.
Dia tak boleh locate dekat like Dropbox or Google Drive
Boleh. Itulah semalam I try nak letak I punya file ni, nak try letak kat Dropbox so in case hilang. Dulu
ni masa install tu kita terus install dekat cloud.
Betul. Jadi masa kita pilih kan. Mana I try nak ni, lepas tu tak apalah, nantilah try, takut hilang mampu aku hari ni. Kan? So boleh cuba and then boleh share nanti ya. Alright, just to share with you I ada how it appears, actually kita yang decide kita nak benda tu keluar apa kat depan ni. You see? So dia ada 3 kolom kat sini. Alright, this one is dia macam you punya kat kiri itulah navigation panel you. Dekat tengah ni is your references and then belah kanan ni is actually your katalah I pilih kat sini. Alright, so this is actually how it was key in lah. Alright, the each reference tu. Yeah, and dekat bawah kat sini is how it will appear in the reference list. Can you see that? Okay, so kadang-kadang, alright, kalau I tak pakai, katakan I nak ambil how to cite the benda ni je. How to put that in a references, I boleh copy paste benda tu je. Copy the whole thing tu, I just paste dalam I punya document. In the case where I do not actually use Endnote lah. Ya, ada kadang-kadang kita buat kerja sikit je lah kan. So nak ambil that reference tu, how it will appear, for example using APA, so I just copy yang kat bawah ni lah. Alright, this one is actually how you navigate lah. Alright, dia boleh aja dia nak kat bottom ke. Alright, kalau kat bottom dia keluar kat bawah ni. Right, so tapi yang tu dia boleh je nak keluar split kat bawah tu ke mana? Yes.
Boleh tak filing tu, because this is like macam satu file, semua reference masuk satu file folder kan?
Ya, ni semua maknanya this one is all, but you boleh ada group, nampak belah kiri ni ada groups.
Dia boleh
so
group by
topic lah. So you akan create group, so nanti kita akan ajar jugalah macam mana nak buat benda tu.
Itu berlaku masa kita nak import ataupun
lah. Yes.
Okay.
Or I can actually, for example, daripada all references ni, right, contohnya lah I nak letak complexity lah. Daripada I punya paper ni, mana complexity? Alright, I can just take, so means all these are the papers, ada berapa complexity tu, mana text complex, inilah. So I boleh tarik benda tu masuk je dalam I punya group lah. Kalau kita tak buat group awal, kita boleh buat group tu later.
Oh, okay.
Is that? Sometimes orang buat by chapter. I do not know why you want to do that as a chapter. Right? Tak tahu. I don't know. Kenapa nak buat separate chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. I tak dapat lagi benda tu. Right? Tapi for me, normally I go by topic lah. Right? By area of research. Okay? Anything else you want to ask here? Because kita akan pergi benda ni later. Right? But I just want to give you some ideas lah, how it looks like, for example ya. So benda ni I suka kat kanan lah sebab I ni jenis nampak kat belah kanan. Tapi tak keluar pula yang dia ada banyak, kena try and error. See, baru nampak. Bila ada preview tu baru ada yang kat bawah ni lah. Ya, alright. Coming back, kat mana tadi kita? Chrome, Endnote. Ya. So bila you nak buat from database, right? So of course you kena buka your open Endnote dulu lah. Yeah, so I think that okay, you open your Endnote, it could be a new file, it could be an existing Endnote. So bila you dah ada Endnote file, you bukan every time you buat baru, you buka Endnote baru. Library tu satu library je. Alright, the only time you nak buat new library, bukan new library lah. You in my case, kalau I nak buat, I akan macam backup, you know. So rather than, okay, I dah upload library ni dah 3-4 tahun I pakai file yang sama. So I akan save as, right, save as new library. Benda yang sama juga, content tu kat situ juga, cuma I buat another file. So I ada 2 file library lah. So in case like anything happen, at least I ada backup. Yeah, so that's how I do backup lah. Alright, tapi library tu memang satu library je. Alright, I share with you that this library I pakai masa I PhD lagi. Alright, sampai sekarang. So that's why ada 107 ni kita boleh letak lah record number of the articles yang or the references yang masuk dalam kita punya Endnote lah. Alright, so remember that this one I pakai since I dekat buat PhD dulu, which was in 2010.
Boleh retrieve balik
Dia tak replay, dia memang ada kat situ.
Taklah macam kita dulu kat komputer lain.
Komputer lain, itulah masalah dia sebab I memang ada sentiasa ada backup lah. Alright, I backup dekat cloud, I make sure that everything ada kat situ. Alright, so and then why is it this also helps me masa I punya PhD. Alright, for those PhD students this how it helps me is that I have this record number so whenever I key in my article, for example, bila I import ke apa, ada reference kat situ. And then I katalah I dulu lah kan, masa dulu kan kita print out our articles. Alright, some people kena print. In my case, I prefer jugalah dulu print. Nak juga ada hard copy so that I can conteng-conteng everything. So what I do is that, alright, bila I masuk ni I ada number. Contohnya 1078. So dekat paper tu I letak number 1078. So that is my reference code untuk I punya paper. So katalah I nak cari paper kat sini kan, complexity ni. So how I find that number, I tengok number dia 35, so I ada box file, alright, by numbering. So I nampak 1 to 50 dekat sini, so nombor 35 dekat situ, so I know how to find my article. That's how I work. Alright, dululah. Sekarang ni dah tak print. So bila tak print tu at least, tapi everything must ada, kalau you tak print at least you ada PDF lah. And sekarang ni with the DOI everything tu you ada you punya link kat situ, so you boleh dekat sini you boleh link je, pergi je terus dekat the paper. Alright, you tak payah nak search balik everything lah. Alright, so that's the beauty bila kita import from database or from Google Scholar. So that information is already there. So kita just manage je lah. Alright.
Dr. Wan nak tanya. Okay, does it mean that let's say we put it manual kan? We insert manual.
Yes.
So it means we don't necessarily need to have, we don't save the file itself the document tu, tak. Just the references saja. Does it mean like that?
No. Okay, katalah reference tu you dapat pada mana? You ambil copy, you copy the link of the reference tu, you letak dalam ni. Contohnya kat sini kan dia ada author, year, everything kan. You letak whatever lah, I akan letak dekat sini ada DOI, kalau ada DOI you letak DOI lah. Ini kalau you manually key in betul kan?
Manually key in.
So I will always put, kalau manually key in, I dapat benda tu pada mana? So kalau ni abstract semua ni sebab you import, benda tu ada. So kalau I akan letak research notes kat URL dia ke, I akan letak source of the document. So I can go directly there. So normally kalau benda tu available on the line, alright, so you copy the source of that. You ambil daripada URL kat atas tu, copy benda tu dan you plug je dalam you punya Endnote.
Okay, katalah it's a chapter of a book kan, chapter of a book hard copy punya, so tak ada online. Let's say, so kita macam mana, how do you?
Kejap, nak rasanya kan,
yes.
Sorry nak tambah sikit je. Rasanya yang nak yang Yati tanya tu, dia kata dia punya sama ada the article tu Isa boleh attach kan. Kalau tengok dalam ni, sebab dulu masa dan sekarang ni I tengok kalau you manually add pun dia ada file attachment tu sebenarnya boleh.
Ya betul. Akan nampak tak file attachment kat bawah ni?
Yang bawah sekali tu.
Kat sini nampak tak ni? Belah kanan ni.
Nampak.
Attach file kat situ.
Yelah, maknanya kalau the whole book tu, kalau tak ada soft copy tu, maknanya we can stick it in without the soft copy kan?
Yes, of course. Betul. Does that answer?
Okay, thank you.
Alright. Okay. Coming back to here, ada soalan lain tak? Okay, so I normally akan try my very hard to find that those references available online so that I tak payah type balik everything I tak suka. Alright, and then more information will be imported lah bila kita daripada database. Yeah, so later kita akan tengok macam mana nak buat. Okay, open your Endnote, alright, library, and then search for articles in database. Bila ada dah ada dalam database, you dah search article. Okay, you dah select which article yang you nak. So mark those article. Alright, and then you export into Endnote library. Alright, how it works later kita akan buat benda ni hands on. Just I want to show you how. So for example here is that kita daripada database. Alright, and then kita dah identify, okay, these are the articles yang I nak. So I can tick kat situ ya. Belah kiri tu boleh tick kan, you tick ataupun tick lah. Apa I cakap ni? Tick. Okay, these are the article yang I nak masuk dalam I punya Endnote. And then nampak tak kat atas tu dia ada email, site atau export. Ya. So in that case dia depends tau. Dia different database, different term yang dia guna. Alright, sometimes dia panggil site, sometimes dia panggil export, sometimes dia panggil apa lagi normally site and export lah kan. So you click kat situ, alright. So dia akan pergi to the next one. Oh, I nak pergi mana? I nak export to RefWorks or I nak export directly to ProSite, Endnote. Nampak Endnote? Bila ada Endnote itu you click kat situ lah. Alright. Or reference manager and then download. So download tu maknanya you nak download the article. Yeah, so what we want to do now, we want to export directly to Endnote. So then you akan go lah. So but again this one depends on the database. Sometimes dia panggil RIS, alright, benda tu. So you just follow lah, you baca sikit, okay, you dah tahu dah benda ni apa nak buat, ya. Yeah? So once you dah pilih benda tu and then you click that Endnote and then dia akan pergi kat sini, then you okay. And then benda tu akan appear in your Endnote. Alright, so dia akan appear and dekat on your left side tu you can see that it's an imported reference, ada 3. Alright, so then masa ni lah baru you nak check individually. You akan klik dekat Colari A ni, you nak tengok betul tak? Okay, sorry. Colari A tu you nak pergi individual. Apa yang you import? Remember it's garbage in, garbage out. So betul ke nama dia macam tu? Is it correct the way that the title is put in? Alright, so okay, title of journal is always sentence case. Ya. So maknanya you janganlah buat besar macam tu. Alright, it's not that dia panggil apa? Capitalize. Apa ke the term dia pakai? Right? Sentence case maknanya yang depan je lah. The first word yang besar. Tulisan besar lah, the first letter of the word. Alright, tapi katalah you ada colon, alright, for example, colon a case from Malaysia. So A tu is besar. Alright, so for journal memang macam tu. Right? Jangan pakai capitalize each word. So normally yang salah selalunya dekat situ. Alright, setiap the first word of the first letter of the word tu dia besar. So that is wrong. Right? You kena pakai sentence case. Do you get me?
But Wan, tadi when you show ni, yang Robin tu, effect of inclusion kan besar ni.
Nampak
so,
tak?
Maknanya this one dari database itself
Yes, betul.
Okay.
So, bila you nampak the effect macam tu, so you akan pergi setiap satu tau, you nak kena check betul tak journal, cara dia letak journal, right? And then macam you tengok Robbins tu, ni salah ni cara dia letak. So you betul lah dekat situ tu. Dekat title tu you boleh betulkan. Effect tu betulkanlah tulisan E dia, I dia, S dia semua tu. Betulkan balik. Small cap.
Maknanya the data is editable lah.
Yes, of course. Okay. Contohlah, I cakap macam I punya ni kan, contoh mana I punya pun banyak kat salah sebenarnya sebab baru belajar juga. You know, kita ni belajar, tak nampak pula. Sekejap ni. Ni macam salah kan? Nampak tak? Dia akan, bila you click that, dia akan keluar, okay, this is the reference page untuk this paper. Nampak? So, you akan keluar Stephen Teresa. So, okay, you nampak tak? Okay, penggunaan comma kat sini is very important. Alright? I pegang kepala I macam ni je. Apa yang sebelum comma, itu yang akan keluar as your citation. You get me? Nama dia sebenarnya, nama dia apa? Teresa Stevenson. Okay? Kalau, alright, I nak keluar nama dia, surname dia Stevenson. So kat sini, ni daripada database, alright. Dia keluar Stevenson, Teresa. So I already know that dalam in-text citation dia akan keluar Stevenson. Right? Macam Gary Fleischman tu, Fleischman is the surname. So dia koma tu memainkan peranan. Kata nama dia, kalau dia letak Teresa Stevenson, alright, automatic dia boleh kenal. Sebab dalam kat sini, dia kenal terus. Kalau you letak Teresa Stevenson, dia faham. Stevenson tu is the surname. Ya. Kalau you letak Teresa Stevenson, dia akan keluar Teresa Stevenson 2019. Ya. So these are the things that has to be aware of lah. So that's why kita kena check balik. So katalah kat sini kan, alright, you nak betulkan dia. Right, so salah kan? Nampak tak kenapa dia salah?
Tak nampak.
Sebab ni title of the article. Title of article you tak boleh ada T, text preparation ni tak boleh. Dia kena semua kecil. Faham tak? Ni title of the article is Demand for Tax Preparation Services and Exploratory Exam of Client versus Tax Preparer Expectation Gaps. So semua ni kena tulisan kecil kecuali D, A. So you kena betulkan lah. So what I do is like I normally copy benda tu, I masuk dalam words. Right, contohlah macam ni. Words, lepas tu I malas kan, I kan tak suka nak naik satu-satu. So I takkan tukarkan dia sentence case. Tak jadilah pula. Teneneng. Kenapa tak jadi? Uppercase dulu. Okay. Lepas tu kita tukar je sentence case. Right, nampak? Demand for preparation. Tapi lepas colon, you akan jadi besar balik. A. Macam tu. Macam kita kan selalu ada case study of kan. So, that's the only time yang kita akan pakai besar lah. Tapi of course, kalau pakai Malaysia ke apa, dia orang kena besar lah. Ya. So, this one is what should appear in your title. Command C. And then you letak balik kat situ. So, nampak dah betul kan? Rather than you nak pergi satu kan. So you copy paste masuk dalam Word, betul you ni. So benda ni selalunya kalau I buat, if I were to ada satu hari untuk literature only. Literature bukan nak buat literature, alright, nak cari literature, alright, how to look for literature, nak import database, all the literature related to the paper that I want to publish. So akan buat satu hari and then betulkan terus lah everything kat situ juga. Ya?
Kak Wan, nak tanya dalam dokumen yang akak select sentence case tu dalam Word document ada ke?
Yes, Word lah ni kat sini ni Word lah ni. Bukan
dia dekat mana?
Ni dalam? Dekat sini ni, kat sini ni nampak? Nampak?
Oh okey. Tak jumpa pula kat dalam I punya Word. Okey.
Kena pakai. Ni dah kena datang Word ni long document management ni. Kena belajar Word. Word ni banyak benda boleh menyenangkan hidup kita. Tapi kata macam tadi I buat sentence case tak jadi kan, you pergi uppercase dulu, macam dia kena sensitive sikit. Pergi lepas tu baru.
Alright, dah jumpa. Okay, thanks.
Alhamdulillah. Okay. Alright. So that's how you actually edit lah. So bila you nak tutup, katalah benda tu everything dah okay. Bila import ni semua dah ada lah. DOI ada, abstract dah ada ya. So benda tu dah ada kat situ dan you tutup lah. Dia macam, dia tak payah save tau. Tak tahulah orang lain ada ke tak pada save tu, tapi I punya tak ada. Sebab macam I dah macam tahu dah, macam I dah pernah tick kata okay tak payah nak tanya every time. Something like that lah. Right, so bila I tutup, automatically dia actually save. Ya, so nampak Stevenson sekarang ni dah cantik dah. Dia punya tu dah betul lah, demand for tax preparation services. So dah dibetulkan. So that's how bila you import, you kena make sure that every reference imported is checked. Ya, you check benda tu betul ke tak. Right, first nama, the other one is the title. Ya. Okay. So that is imported from the database. Tak mau gerak. Okay. Alright, and then the other one is okay, database tadi I mention kan, dia ada ni ProQuest. Alright, Emerald dia ada cari Emerald dia, tapi konsep dia sama lah. Alright, sometimes dia tanya you RIS. Betul lah tu, RIS tu betul lah tu. Ya. Kalau tak nampak Endnote tu cari RIS, something like that lah. Ya. So tapi as you go along, you akan nampak lah benda tu you senang je nak buat. Ya, cuma nak get familiar benda tu je. Alright, and then we also going to look at, alright, how to actually import from Google Scholar. Alright, so semalam I nampak I buka YouTube pasal Google Scholar ni, how to use Google Scholar effectively. Alright, of course that sometimes kita as an academic, kita rasa Google Scholar ni tak main lah, pakai database kan. Tapi actually don't look down on Google Scholar lah, right? Because a lot of things that you can use, right, provided that you know how to do it. Yeah. And then ada YouTube reference, banyak how to actually look for papers dalam Google, sama je lah, yeah. So all these things. Alright, so for example later kalau sempat kita akan go into Google Scholar juga, alright, Scholar Prep. So bila you Google Scholar, so kita sebenarnya you biar masuk tu, biar you sign in. Alright, for example in my case, dia banyak sangat benda sekejap tak tahu yang mana satu. Bukan yang ni. Oh, betul lah yang ni. So, sebab yang ni pakai ni sekejap Contohlah. Okay. Google Scholar. Right. So, biar benda tu you masuk kan. Benda ni kan kita kalau masuk kita punya account lah. Right. IUM punya account lah. Yeah. So, you make sure that you masuk so that dia boleh link kan, and then you boleh, dia pun tahulah. Okay, all this while you cari paper yang macam mana. So benda tu dah ada history, senang. Yeah. Alright. So what you do is that dalam Google Scholar, right, you normally you akan, in my case tadi mana? Sebab lambat dah pula. Okay. In my case tadi sebab I dah tick dah benda tu, so dia tak tanya I lagi. Tapi in your case, katalah next time you kalau jarang, you perasan tak? Bila mula-mula buka Google Scholar tu dia ada Scholar Preferences. Ya, you prefer macam mana option dia, sama ada you nak ada Bibliography Manager, don't show, or you want to show link to import citation into Endnote. So you dah boleh pilih benda tu siap-siap dah. Ya, so bila you dah pilih benda tu, dia dah set lah. Whenever you search for paper, it allows you to import those articles into your Endnote directly. Are you okay? Alright. So once you have your Google Scholar, contohnya you dah identify these are the papers that you nak masuk, so you boleh buat import into Endnote. Nampak? So dia ada option kat situ import into Endnote. Ya, tapi cara you buat import into Endnote ni you buat satu-satu. Right, which I don't really like. Terima kasih. IF lah. Okay, ni maknanya bila you jumpa artikel, you klik import into Endnote. Import into Endnote, so dia akan jadi satu-satu. So I leceh, right? So I suka buat benda cepat. Macam mana I buat? Contohnya Google Scholar ni, contoh lah ya. Kita cari pasal apa semalam nak cari apa? Kak Iti bagi satu, zakat. Zakat, distribution. Contoh lah, contoh, right? So, kita kan dah ada kat sini. Alright, so are you following me?
Yep, boss.
Yes. Alright. So, I ajar you, okay, kalau you import into Endnote, dia akan jadi satu macam ni lah. Import into Endnote. Mana dia? Tak bergerak. Okay, you all boleh cuba, right? If you can import. Tak keluar lah pula. Kenapa tak keluar? Kenapa tak jadi? Okay, tak apa. Tapi kalau nak buat satu-satu macam tu you buat Okay. Hari ni dia tak jadi. Kenapa tak tahu. Alright. Kalau you nak ambil few papers at one time, alright, contohnya I ambil zakat ni, I nak this paper, I akan klik dekat ni, nampak fab yang bintang ni. Bintang-bintang. Alright. So kalau you nak ni, apa maksud benda ni? Alright, dia akan klik kat situ. Kalau you klik, so dia akan keluar how to cite this paper. Yang ni kalau nak main tipu, bukanlah main tipu. I mean, sometimes ada paper you jumpa, you nak terus ambil dia punya masuk, kalau you buat manual. Alright, you nak ambil benda tu, you klik dekat situ, dia akan keluar. Okay, kalau you pakai APA, you akan copy lah benda ni, Command C, lepas tu nanti you tepek lah dalam you punya B. Dia keluar lah. Ada orang pun nak buat macam ni? Mesti pernah kan? Alright, cumanya sekarang ni kita nak macam ni, kena ambil banyak-banyak. Contohnya ni HTML, I tak nak lah.
Dr. Wan interrupt sekejap.
Yes.
Ya tu, kalau import into Endnote tu, itu you ada set dekat mana-mana setting ke macam mana? Sebab I open up Google Scholar now, dia tak ada.
Pergi my profile. My profile. Dia ada somewhere dalam Google Scholar punya setting. Kalau you tak jumpa mula-mula kat depan tu lah. Article search, ni nampak Bibliography Manager kat bawah ni. This one dekat setting, Google Scholar. Okay, you pergi kat Google Scholar, setting. And then you klik kat bawah Bibliography Manager, I want it to be show link and import to Endnote. Dia ada option lain lah, ada bib text ke reference. Ada soal macam, Mendeley kat mana? I tak jumpa Mendeley macam tu lah. Tapi tak tahulah kan, untuk orang Mendeley ada cara dia kan. Tapi tak nampak lah Mendeley kat situ. So nampak Endnote, so that's why
yang lain tu, bib text reference tu.
dia another referencing punya ni lah.
Kita jangan guna
software. Tapi kita tak pakai lah kan.
Alright.
Okay. So you klik kat situ dan you save lah. So then you punya setup akan okay lah. Right. So tadi where were we? Oh, dah tak jumpa dah pula. The good thing even Google Scholar pun dia boleh capture kita lah. Alright, this one satu, kita ambil berapa paper? Kita ambil peranan zakat satu, cited by. Okay, kalau you tengok Google ni kan you nampak cited by 104, cited by 116. You know that paper tu macam ramai kot orang cite paper tu. Right, so ini Emerald lah, ambil juga Cik tak tengok. Paper tak baca lagi paper tak baca lagi. Tajuk tu ada kena mengena. So kita ambil je dulu. Ya, sebab dia tak ada kata okay ada limit berapa banyak boleh import, tak ada. You can import so many, right? So ambil je benda-benda tu. Peranan zakat dalam okay, kita ambil dah. Contoh kita ambil 4 Alright. So bila you dah ada star-star ni, you pergi dekat belah kanan, can you see my library? On your right hand side, top. So you klik dekat my library. So dia apa yang you pilih tadi, dia keluar kat sini. That the zakat tadi, zakat. And then we have zakat management. And then peranan zakat, zakat institution. Right, yang lain-lain tu yang sebelum-sebelum ni. Right, so whatever I search before, dia memang still ada dekat situ. History tu ada lagi. Yeah, so what I do is now, nampak kat atas ni is, edit tak boleh, you boleh buang, delete. And I want this download, export. Can you see the button here? I tekan export, I go to Endnote. So bila pergi kat Endnote, nampak? Dia pergi dekat I punya, dia akan pergi pada you punya folder balik. Dia kata dia tanya nak masuk kat reference list yang mana. Alright, I masuk kat sini lah. Library SN. So that's why you kena tahu nama. Bila you buka new library tu, biarlah nama library tu macam ni tak bagus lah. Sebenarnya I nak buat nama 2021 macam tu. Right, tapi I tak berjaya. Sebenarnya I nak letak nama macam ni. Right, tapi tak berjaya nak buka yang nama 2021 tu. So, namanya library SN. I pun tak faham. Okay, tak apa. Tapi you kena tahu.
Wan nak tanya. Kalau kita macam you cakap tadi kan, masa mula-mula create tu nama dia macam tak stylo kan. Lepas tu kita nak tukar. Boleh kan nama file tu boleh tukar?
Boleh, rename.
Rename juga. Okay. Alright, thank you.
Tapi masalah I semalam tu sebab I pun kelam kabut kat semalam nak rename, lepas tu I rename tu tak boleh nak buka lah benda tu. Tapi tak.
Alright, thank you.
Open okay, you click open. So then dia akan masuk dalam you punya ni lah.
Record tu dia automatic Wan?
Lain sekali ni. Okay, ni recording dia automatically. The numbering is unique. Alright, katalah you 2 kali you import, dia memang akan ada dua number lah kat situ. Contohnya you pernah dah ambil Abdul Rahman Azman ni dulu, tapi tak ingat, you ambil lagi sekali. So maybe yang dulu nombor 900, sekarang ni nombor 1083. Tapi there's a way for you to look for duplicate punya lah. Nanti kita, kalau sempat kita tengok how to look for duplicates punya references. Dia akan identify lah, macam kita buat pensel lah, duplicate Excel kan. So dia akan carilah yang mana yang duplicate tu. Okay, so these are the 4 articles yang kita import dari Google Classroom tadi. Google Classroom pula, Google Scholar. Alright, so you now see that the imported references ada 4. Alright, so now yang kerja kita sekarang ni is to make sure that each one ni apa masuk, apa keluar. So you tengok, you buka satu-satu tau. Benda ni dulu I tak kisah sangat, tapi bila I dah tahu dah salah cara I buat. So nampak Abdul Rahman Azman. So namanya Abdul Rahman ni akan keluar sebagai dia punya surname lah. But dia buat comma kat situ, right? Kalau kita mana nak tahu nama dia Azman ke Abdul Rahman, alright? Tapi kalau dia dah letak dalam Google macam tu, nicely lah, right? So not so much issue lah. Macam ni kan, Syed Muhammad Najib, Syed Omar. Kan? So apa keluar surname? Dia akan keluar apa?
Omar je. Omar
je, patutnya keluar apa?
Syed Omar.
Syed Omar kan? Tu yang you kena betulkan tu.
Ya.
Command V. So you betulkan je lah. Delete kat situ. Dia kalau kita betulkan dia akan jadi megah lah macam tu. Okay. Ni alias Muhammad Haji. Okay, kalau I tak nak lah letak Haji ni. Suka aku je kan. Tak payah. Kita tak payah nak letak tak payah nak bagi all this doctor ke mana-mana, tak payah. Binti ke tak ada. Okay. Alright. So tahun macam okay. Title okay. Okay. Jurnal, nama jurnal memang you kena buat. Apa nama dia tadi? Dia panggil apa tadi? Yang setiap kataan tu besar.
Sentence case.
Lagi? Sorry?
Sentence case kan?
Bukan. Sentence case depan tak?
Depan
Title.
Capitalize each word. Tapi capitalize each word ni kalau word yang macam on, the tu tak payah capitalize. Alright? So in this case, for example, Global Journal At-Taqafah. Okay, tak tahu lah. Okay. So volume, kalau ada volume, kalau you boleh tengok ada volume ke apa, better you masukkan volume semua tu. Alright, issue nombor berapa tu masukkan. Ya, kalau pages tak nak masuk pun tak apa. Tapi kat sini dia tak ada masuk abstract semua, tak ada lah. So maybe paper tu tak letak. Alright, again masa paper ni letak dalam Google Scholar, maybe dia tak letak benda tu. Ataupun masa Google Scholar search for it, benda tu, information tu tak ada. So benda ni dah kita boleh tutup, alright, untuk the first one. And then kita check nombor 2. So this, macam ni, peran. Memang namanya peran ke apa? Peranan ke peran? You rasa nama dia peranan ke? So you kena check balik, okay? Buka paper tu tengok nama dia peran ke peranan. So kat sini again, Google ni memang tak ada. Dia bagi more details lah, dia tak bagi abstract, dia tak bagi dia punya dia punya link dia tak ada kat situ, right? So kena check lah, you kena buka balik paper tu daripada Google tadi, buka and then tengok balik apa. Kalau you boleh masukkan further information, right? So kadang-kadang bila I buka paper tu, I copy je, I punya abstract ke apa, I letak dalam ni. Katalah I buka paper kan, soft copy, you buka PDF dia and then you boleh copy dia punya abstract ke, dia punya DOI ke, you plug je belum dia dalam tu. Right, so senang bila you nak reference nanti, you nampak dah, link tu dah ada kat situ. That is more very important lah. Right, so I don't change anything here. So I tutup je lah. So let's assume lah, alright, the other 4 pun okay je lah, alright. So katalah kat sini, then okay, this how you do it lah. Right, sama ada you nak buat, ni nak buat group. Right, contohlah. Right. Aku ni komputer kenapa dia slow sikit ni. Kita tak ada break kesian kat you all. Aku dah cakap tuntang-tuntang. 1 minit kita break. Okay, kita nak, tak mahu. Kenapa slow? Dia suruh break lah tu. Okay, sama ada you right click dekat sini. You boleh buat group, boleh tak buat sini? Tak nampak lah pula.
It's 10 o'clock.
Ni nampak. Add reference to create custom group. Contohlah. Right, sebab ni group ni tak ada lagi I nak buat group zakat. The other way is that, ni lah. New group. Nama new group tu apa? Rename group. Zakat. Contoh. Ya. Boleh. So nanti next time you cari pasal zakat lagi, you just masuk dalam that group lah. Do you have problem with group sekarang? Dia macam subfolder je lah, alright. But whatever you have in the groups, semua ada lagi dalam ni. Ya, the main library tu ada, cuma yang ni you nampak only paper yang you dah groupkan under tax, under zakat, macam tu lah. Alright, that's what we call grouping lah. Right? Either you nak right click ataupun you nak masuk dalam group kat situ, my groups, and then you buat create group and then that's how it goes lah. Alright? Okay. So let's have a break for 5 minutes and then we come back. InsyaAllah.
Okay, bos.
Okay, kawan.
Okay. Ima je.
Wan.
Ya, saya.
I tadi tak I miss masa you cakap macam mana nak create record number tu
Record number, okay. Nanti kita sambung benda tu. Akak ingatkan saya. Itu very important.
Okay. Oh, you tak cover lagi
Belum. I just tunjuk.
Okay. I terlepas. Okay, thank you.
Yang daripada PhD tu memang daripada Endnote ke ataupun daripada folder?
Masa PhD I pakai X3. Maknanya 13 lah. I pakai Endnote 13. Sekarang ni Endnote 20.
So maknanya dia detect daripada username yang sama
Yes. Tak bukan username. I memang ada local apa panggil apa? I memang ada file tu lagi lah.
Daripada folder ENL tu.
Ya. File tu.
Wan, yang Kak Tim beli semalam, APA 7 tak ada lah. Dia keluar APA 6 saja.
Oh ya?
Oh,
kenapa macam tu Saya ada. Saya punya reference. Nanti saya tunjuk benda ni tapi sebab akak dah mention edit file. Edit output style ada APA 7. Kalau open style saya ada APA, tengok APA saya ada APA 7. APA 6 pun ada. Akak cuba tengok kat situ Kak. Dah tengok belum?
Cuba sekali lagi.
Edit. Are you there? Edit, output style, open style manager. Are you there?
Sekejap. I cuba nanti I tanya balik.
Okay. Kita break sampai 10 lah. Lama sikit. Tak berhenti-berhenti bercakap tadi.
Tu maksudnya minat Wan. Sedang.
Apa?
Maksudnya seronok belajar Endnote tu. So tak perasan tu dah almost 10 kali tu.
Takut shock sendiri lah ni.
Tidak lah.
Tadi ada foreigner ke? Kak IT, foreigner ke yang sudah?
Student Kak Tio.
Memang dia bukan mana Brother Anas ada tu. There. Brother Anas is here. He's not Malaysian. He is not.
Where are you Anas?
Anas, say something.
Assalamualaikum.
Hai Anas.
No problem, you can. Cakap bahasa Melayu boleh.
Okay boleh. I try to stick to English but sometimes when I want to.
Saya faham sikit-sikit.
Very good. Thank you. Alright. So far how are you following?
Alhamdulillah, everything is okay now.
So what are you using now?
Actually, I'm using Mendeley, but I'm thinking now to move to the Endnote. But I will see how is the process because I have a lot of references in my so I need to see how to import all the references into this app.
Alright.
Inshallah.
Anas, why you need to change?
Why you want to change to Endnote from Mendeley?
Because you use Mendeley.
Actually, Mendeley is okay, but the thing is, I feel it's easier a bit because sometimes like Mendeley will hang out, will hang. It's like there are some problems, technical problem. I don't know if
Do you always need internet to use Mendeley?
Yes, I use internet.
No, because we want to, kalau kita pun kalau nak import tu nak kena lah kan. But if you are not connected, alright, you can work on the Mendeley
without
with your words.
Yes, boleh.
So what's the difference you see so far? Because I do not know about Mendeley.
I think there is no more differences, but the Mendeley a bit more. They are giving more categories. They will give you like how to the groups, how to make the groups into the system, and also I think in non now they are adding it. It was not there before. I don't. I think.
But is it the first time that you actually see Endnote?
I already downloaded one time, but then I did not use it much. So now I'm more to know how is it now.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Doctor.
No worries.
Wan, nak tanya. Kalau import daripada Google Scholar tu kan?
Ya.
Wan ada ke? Import daripada Google Scholar. So dia tengah makan
tak apa.
Lepas tu kan kat Google Scholar tu dia ada PDF semua kan? Yang kita dah choose tu.
Ya, dia tak masuk sekali.
Dia tak masuk PDF
dia tak masuk. Dia tak masuk.
Oh.
Takat ni saya tengok dia ambil reference je.
I see. Sebab ada dia tak masuk sekali Tapi kalau dalam database dia masuk kan?
Betul.
Okay, alright. Okay, thank you. Ingatkan I salah buat ke apa step termiss.
Betul. So that's why dalam Google Scholar dia import references je. So kalau artikel tu I akan buat manually lah. Attach the link tu. Kerana I tak attach form dah, I attach link je. Buat pun nak attach file kan. Kalau you boleh link je.
Okay, thank you.
So kalau nak shortcut, katalah buat satu paper boleh lah. You import tu, bila you buka artikel tu, you dah ambil siap-siap dah ada punya URL kat atas tu. So you import into Endnote, then you benda tu dah ada, then you terus control paste je terus dalam tu. Tak payah buat 2-3 kali.
Alright, okay.
Wan, I memang sikit lah references dia. I tak tahu version apa dah yang I beli semalam. Tapi memang tak ada yang APA 7 tu. Sikit je.
Kenapa
Tak tahu yang I tunjuk kat you, yang link I tunjuk tu. I don't know about others tapi I punya sikit je. I mean it's not like yours. You have many kan. I tak tahu Siti Alamia.
You beli S9 ke S20?
The one yang I show.
S9 lah, S9.
S9.
Yang I punya ni dapat Endnote 20.
Okay. Okay tak Kak Al?
Nampak macam okay. Tak tahu my son yang belikan ni. I bagi je tu link yang Zamri share tu. I bagi kat dia. Dia yang belikan malam tadi. Dia memang tulis bila dia masuk dalam kita punya file tu, dia memang tulis lah crack.
Kak Angie, you boleh check dengan you punya seller tu, tanya kenapa macam tu. Ni yang 800 lebih kan? Sold kan?
Sorry?
You beli dengan 800 plus sold kan?
Yes.
Kenapa? Tapi review okey tak?
Okey, review? Tak baca lah pula review dia.
Aku baca review malam. Tapi itulah. Tapi maknanya you boleh check balik dengan seller tu, kata kenapa you punya tak cukup semua tu. Dan dia mungkin bagi ni lah. Kalau worst case minta refund je lah. Buat baru, ambil beli yang baru. Tapi rasa can be solved lah dengan seller tu. Should be okay. Okay, welcome back to our second session of this EndNote referencing. If you have any, you want to ask anything throughout, right? Because lepas ni kita nak try buat hands on lah pula ya. Boleh? Kat mana tadi ya? Ni, right? So the where's my slide? Okay. So we have gone through the EndNote. EndNote import from whether you key in manually, right? So we do that later again. All right. So once you dah ada import, all you have imported or all you have references in your EndNote. So what you can do now is you can use it as your part of your bibliography lah, right? In your research, in your papers, right? Dia macam ada satu library of all the papers lah, yeah. And then yang importantnya now, because not only you have that, right? Kita tak nak ada library je, kita nak guna the library that put that into your articles or your paper, yeah, for publication, for example. How to insert those references into your Word document, and then of course, whatever you have, for example, just now I mentioned that you can have 50 references on text complexity. You may not use that, but later maybe you use that article yang tak guna lagi for your future papers lah. Alright. So what we're going to do now is that, alright, kalau dalam Google Drive, right, I have actually shared with you a sample words, alright, nama dia sample. Sample word, nama sample. Makna tak maulah keluar. Exit. Mana I punya sample? Alright, dalam EndNote reference, I'm not sure, maybe siapa, Salina dengan Anas ya? Later you give me your, Kak Yati minta dia orang punya email address so I can include that in the Google Drive, or you can add on dia punya email tak? Sebab you already there kan?
Okay. Anas and Salina, maybe you can type in the chat your email address
Ya, email address. Okay, I tak berani nak buka sample doc dalam Google Drive. Right? Sebab I'm not sure, I tak pernah buat, I'm not sure how it works with EndNote. So what I would do is that I download that into a Microsoft lah. Alright, so I have a Microsoft Word rather than, tapi this one tadi I buat, I tak sure, I tak pakai doc lah, I buka daripada desktop, right, so dia buka as words lah. Okay, so this is an example, alright, this is just an example. I pun tak tahu nak buat macam mana, tapi I just ambil je paper yang sebelum-sebelum ni lah, contoh ya. So we have here the one that I have underlined is the in-text citation. Alright, that's what we call in-text citation. So bila you ada in-text citation, everything mentioned in the article, in the text must appear as your reference list. Ya, it must appear as your reference list. Masalah dia bila kita tak pakai EndNote, in my case EndNote lah ya, or you may say if you don't use Mendeley, but in my case we say if you don't use EndNote, alright, you have to type this part manually, right? Ataupun you copy paste daripada Google ke apa kan, you punya citation tu, but you have to put it there. But you cannot ensure that all the citation that you mentioned here is listed in your reference list. Katalah you terlupa Martinez Van Quest ni you nak letak dalam ni, so benda tu tak appear, right? But by using EndNote, alright, whatever is in the in-text citation will be automatically listed in your reference list. So that tak adalah nanti dapat reviewer, okay, articles not, citation is not in the references list. Contoh, ya. So macam ada experience je kan. Right. So that's how we want to use, alright, kita nak try buat benda ni. Alright, so kita nak whatever we have in text citation, kita akan ada juga dalam reference list. So for the hands-on session, alright, for those yang ada Endnote, what I want you to do now is that how many of you yang ada Endnote?
Ada one tapi tak complete macam you cakap tadi kan. I rasa baru check, edit reference tak ada.
Okay, tak apa lagi. Anyone else? Do you want to go through ataupun sebab I think that some of you don't have the software, but because you already have the experience, alright, it's okay. Tapi those one yang tak ada experience and tak ada software lagi, so if you see and then you can't understand, you just let me know. Alright, kita akan try to do this lah. Okay, alright. For those yang ada, I hope that alright, you boleh tak can we look, for example, let's import. Kita kan ada reference dulu kan? Alright, you must have reference dulu dalam your Endnote. So you open your Endnote, number one, and then you buka database. Any database. So for example, kalau nak senang, on database sini ya. Kalau you tengok dekat slide kat sini, I dah bagi copy benda ni. Importing papers daripada Emerald. Ada command C. Kat mana Gmail. Check. Lembab sikit. Command V. Alright. So you have that. Can you just masuk dalam tu? You go into that link. What you go, for example, where you will be here, accounting, auditing and accountability. I think the first thing bukan keluar benda ni, and then you just look for table of content. Yeah, and then you akan ada list of journals lah. Right? And then it doesn't matter lah you buat research apa ke, it doesn't matter. Kita nak ambil references je. Right, just to play around. Right, so let's say lah kita buat yang terbaru issue 9 ni. Are you following? Accounting, auditing, alright, this one is okay, I tak nak macam tu, silap. Patah balik, kita tak nak macam tu. Kita nak from everything kan. Nampak sangat jarang buka paper. Okay, let's look for information on, okay, something. Siapa biasa pakai Emerald? Kita cari satu topik apa? Kak Anum?
Apa dia Wan?
Nak topik satu? Bagi satu? Nak cari?
Dalam Emerald ke apa ni?
Ni Emerald. Kita buat COVID-19. Boleh?
Ada ke impact of COVID-19 on financial reporting?
Panjang lah.
COVID-19 lah, COVID-19 lah.
Okay.
Sustainability reporting, triple bottom line reporting.
Okay, kita ni. COVID-19 ada weh COVID-19. Kita cari ni je dulu. Alright, boleh? Kita nak sample je. Kan? Dia buat apa ni? Assessing nitrogen dioxide impact on health pre and post COVID. Smartphone based. Nakutkan. COVID avoidant behavior. Okay lah, tak kisahlah. Kita tak apa. It's okay. Kita nak tengok. Kita nak buat masuk dalam Endnote. So can we select, ada berapa ni? Okay, kita ambil 10 je lah. Per page. 10. Kita nak 10 je. Tapi dia kata kat situ, to view the access option for content, please click here. Mesti tak boleh lepas tu. I don't know why. Tak apa, kita nak ambil, boleh ambil 10. Klik je. Semua ada PDF, flow letter. So tak apa, kita ambil je. Nak ambil COVID je. Alright. Boleh? Dah pilih? Once you have chosen those articles that you want to import into your Endnote, nampak kat atas ni citation, download RIS. So kat Emerald dia kata download RIS. ProQuest tadi kata apa? Download or cite. Ya. So dah ni sama je. Pergi je RIS. Ke salah? Betul kan? Lepas tu mana pergi dia?
Bawah tu kan? Bawah kiri.
Okay. Dapat tak? Tahu lah, ni komputer saya lembat. Tak mau pun? Ada tak apa-apa? Oh, ada apa-apa? Betul ke download RIS? Patutnya macam tu je lah. Kenapa tak jadi ni? Mananya? Download. Dia patutnya dekat download. Is it kat download?
Wan, dia tak masuk terus ke Endnote ke?
Patutnya masuk terus.
Cuba. Sebab tadi I try Google Scholar masuk terus.
Download ni, dia pergi kat sini, literature manage, you pergi dekat you punya folder. So kita pilih file Xnan kita. Are you there? Ada tak?
Tak, I tengok dulu you buat macam
mana. Okay, you tengok I buat So I open. So nampak tak? Yang ni semua pasal COVID-19 ni. Nampak? So what I want to do now, I just nak masukkan benda ni, masuk dalam group lah. Korang-korang dah habis lah buat literature search ni kan? Lembab lah ni komputer I.
Itulah kan, I tak nampak record number tu. Dia macam tak ada lagi, tak buat.
Memang tak ada sebab benda tu kena set. Nanti I tunjuk macam mana nak set.
Okay.
Sebab macam I kan, even though I do import benda COVID lah, benda yang tak ada kena mengena dengan I pun, I tak kisah pun. Sebab tak pakai pun tak apa. Okay, ni kita buat dalam group. New reference, salah. Add reference to create group. Tak COVID. Okay, tak semua unit tu jadi new group. Kak Nita. Kak Nita nak cuci. Boleh. Sekejap kenapalah tak nak. Lembab gila. Rename group namanya COVID-19. Okay, tak apa. Alright. So, I dah ada kat sini ya. So, of course, sepatutnya what should I do now? I kena buka each and every. So, I boleh tengok kat sini je, nampak? On my right ni sebab I dah buat, I dah pilih I punya view. Alright, is I want it to be on my right as a preview. So, I nampak benda tu. So bila preview kat sini, I boleh betulkan kat sini terus je. Alright. Alright, so dia buka juga. Kalau dia buka, buka lah. Right. Okay. Bila you buka page ni, dia akan jadi satu page lain tau. So you akan nampak, you akan ada, sini ada Endnote dan kat sini pun ada Endnote. Ada dua. So dia akan buka separate page. Dia bukan buka inside the Endnote tu. Macam kita buat SPSS kan, dia akan buka new windows. Macam tu. Namanya new windows ya. Okay. Dan ni tutup lah. Alright. So maknanya you boleh betulkan kat sini je lah. Alright. Nama selalunya tengok nama. Alright. Sama ada nama ni macam betul lah ni AKM. Memang dia nak pakai macam tu kot. So nama pun overseas kan. Kita pun tak tahu betul ke nama dia ni macam tu. Takkan kita nak betulkan pula kan. So biar je lah. Alright, and then dia punya title, journal, okay lah, right? So assuming that, okay, kita dah pass that. So whenever you import, every time you have to check those imported details, yeah, to make sure that this one dia punya ni issue dia ahead of print. So benda ni belum issue lagi ya. Alright, so tapi dia ada because kita ambil pada database tadi, so all information are there lah. So that's why kalau nak import, might as well you start dengan database. Alright, kalau alright, so okay, sekarang dah ada ya. Okay, what I want to do now is that I want to use some of these references into my words document. Alright, so I must open up my Word document yang tadi I bagi contoh tu. So dalam you punya Word document, you mesti make sure that you dah ada Endnote X9 kat sini. Can you check your words? Ada tak Endnote X9, especially those yang baru download? Ada tak? Can you check on that? Kalau tak ada, what you do is that you pergi dekat Endnote, alright, tools, dia nama dia Kelly, apa nama dia? You kena first time tu you kena calibrate dia, calibration. References, kat mana benda tu edit, dekat tu saya rasa. Search cite while you, nampak tak cite while you write? Okay. Ada tak? You return to Word, insert citation, format bibliography semua tu. Ada tak? Sing boleh juga.
Ada.
Ada Okay. So bila ada, alright, you ada benda ni lah. So this is the Endnote. Kita panggil ribbons kan. So you nampak kat sebelah kiri, the first one is your insert citation. And then you akan go to Endnote whenever from words you nak go back to Endnote, you boleh flip macam tu je lah kalau pakai klik kat situ. Right? Edit citation nanti I akan ajar. I will teach you how to edit your citation. Alright, because later kita ada single, kita akan tengok macam mana nak masukkan satu citation ataupun nak masuk several references, alright, together at one time. Alright, whether your references tu beginning ke, middle ke or at the end. Alright, so kadang-kadang you kena do some adjustment dekat situ. Right, and editing, for example, you nak author only. So what keluar is ISA 2008. Alright, so ISA tu you type. So 2008 tu is the reference from Endnote. Alright, so macam mana I nak remove the ISA tu. Sebab I nak letak benda tu kat depan. Ya, contohnya macam ni lah. ISA 2012 and Pope 2017. Alright, so macam mana I nak buat tu. Yang daripada Endnote-nya is the 2012 tu. Dia akan link pada I punya reference list. Tapi kalau I tak edit, dia akan keluar ISA bracket ISA 2012. Kita tak nak macam tu kan. Kita nak benda tu ayat awal ISA bracket 2012. So how can we edit that so that we can exclude the author. Itu bila kita buat editing lah. Ya, contohnya tunjuk terus lah takut. Sebab kenapa tak ada? Sebab kita tak link lagi apa-apa. So dia tak boleh nak edit lagi ya. Alright. So okay, kalau ada masalah configure bibliography ni, normally you have to do the first one lah. Okay. So what we are going to do now is that cancel. Right. Another way of doing it, command enter. Alright. So cuba you pergi kat Endnote you. Alright. Assuming lah I nak tunjuk kat you. I letak ambil 3 author. 3 references. Okay. Kenapa dia linong? Okay, nampak I dah identify these are the references that I nak masukkan into my articles. Right? So I identify first and then I go to my words. Right? Word document. So assuming lah benda ni kan, mana I punya hands on ni, katalah I nak letak here. Can you see that? Okay. Sebelum ni ada Marshall kan. So ni Marshall ni yang lama punya, I tak nak Marshall. Buang. Ni quotation, now is quoted. Tak sabarlah pula kan. Quotation kat situ kan. Dia letak kat sini lah. Okay, this one is, right, nampak? I letak kat situ. So what I do is that I insert citation, insert selected citation. Why selected? Because tadi you dah select. Alright, so now I insert selected citation, tang. Dia keluar macam tu. Okay. Kenapa dia ada macam tu? Cancel. Kenapa dia keluar macam tu ah? Alright, so tadi I nampak I masuk, kenapa dia keluar macam ni ah? Sekejap. Oh. Okay. Kalau kita nak pilih style, alright, kalau ambil IPA 7, dekat I punya Endnote, make sure I punya style, references here, edit, alright, I output style, I nak 7. So dia samalah dekat Endnote dia 7, so bila pergi dekat words pun dia 7. Okay, kenapa dia jadi macam ni, I pun tak tahu lagi, tak apa, alright. Okay, so bila I dah masuk 4 all this, alright, kenapa dia muka dia macam ni? Sekejap anyone can help me? Kenapa dia update? Update citation. Kenapa dia macam tu? Okay. Nampak tak tadi I ambil 4, Husin and Al-Qudah, Kumar and Abdin 2021, Rahmat Setse et al. Nampak? Dia terus, the first time I mention dia terus jadi Rahman Setse et al. Rahman Setse, kalau you tengok dekat Rahman Setse, ada berapa authors? Rasa yang banyak tu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 4 authors here. Tapi under APA 7, alright, the first mention dia terus Rahmat Setse et al. 2021. Alright, so that's the change, one of the changes, alright, that happened under APA 7. First time mention, anything 3 and above, dia akan terus et al. Okay, so dia ada berapa? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ya, you tengok I punya dekat reference list sekarang ni, I dah ada 1, 2, 3, 4 references. Which is, and these references nampak dia punya ni tak keluar journal paper sebab dalam dia punya journal tadi, right, kita tengok journal dia tadi dia tulis ahead of print. Ahead of print. Kenapa ahead of print? Sebab kita pilih journal tadi tu, COVID-19 tadi tu, semua tak print lagi. Walaupun dia dalam Emerald. It's accepted, cuma dia tak print lagi. So dia akan keluar ahead of print. Tapi katalah I pilih, contoh, I kata I masukkan, okay, alright. Bila I nak buat contoh ya, ISA 2020 ya, contohlah I nak buat. ISA 2020, mana I punya Endnote, contohlah. Okay, I tak nak ambil pada sini, I nak ambil all references. Kita ambil reference mana ya? Tak kisahlah. Alright. Firdaus. Alright. Dan kita dah pilih kat sini. Katalah sekarang ni kita masukkan dekat sini. Insert selected citation. Okay, dia masuk. Firdaus et al. Alright. Okay, I sekarang ni nampak Firdaus et al. Dia awal ayat. Is the beginning of the sentence. Alright, tapi bila I import that daripada Endnote, dia akan keluar in terms of the in-text citation. Alright. So, dia suggest that, okay, I suggest that, okay, ambil ni lah. Command X, Command V, right? Alright. So, macam mana nak buat benda ni supaya dia keluar ni, tapi I tak naklah keluar Firdaus macam ni. Alright, so you can actually edit. So, I'm showing you how to edit your notes here. Yeah, your Endnote here, the right citation. So, of course kat depan you nak tulis apa? Firdaus. Patutnya how it appears. Firdaus bracket 2012, isn't it? So, what you do is that you pergi dekat dia punya link kat sini, nampak? I pergi dekat that reference, edit and manage citations. Can you see that ribbon? Alright, I pergi edit and manage citation. Alright, what I want to do for this Firdaus punya reference ni, dia boleh pilih I nak pergi Rahmat Say ke kat mana ke boleh. Tapi yang ni I nak pergi kat Firdaus punya reference because this one reference ni refer pada paper dalam words tu lah. Yang mana yang dah ada link dengan Endnote. So what I need to do now?
Klik kat situ lah.
Klik apa? Kita nak exclude siapa? What you want to do now for that reference? Sebab sekarang ni kita nak benda tu keluar sebagai Firdaus 2012.
Kena S2 author.
Display as author bracket year kan?
Boleh juga. Kita cuba yang tu. Alright, okay. Nah, nampak? So, I tak payah. Mas, thank you Mas. Kawan tak pernah pilih benda tu. Kawan duk pilih exclude author tu tak? So macam tu. Firdaus et al. 2012. Oh, thank you Mas. Wah, tak pernah pilih benda tu tak? Berapa tahun? 10 tahun. I duk pilih
maksudnya?
Maknanya, patutnya tadi kan dia keluar.
Kalau Kak Wat,
tadi dia keluar. Okay, kita buat dia sekali ya. Cancel. Kita tak apa, kita masuk je balik. Insert. Selected citation kan Firdaus tadi kan? So kalau kita masuk Firdaus tadi, apa jadi? I punya hari ni komputer mama ni dia kata banyak sangat benda. Tak mahu. Mana? Firdaus. Okay. Nampak tak kat sini? Right? So what happen is that kita insert Firdaus et al. 2012 tapi kita nak buat ayat dia Firdaus et al. 2012 suggest several measures. So kalau kita tak edit dia akan keluar macam ni. Takkan kita nak buat tulis macam ni kan? Suggest, gedek-gedek. Kan tak cantik lah kan? Tak adalah. Maknanya ini salah lah. The way you buat in-text citation is wrong. So what you want it to appear, you want it to appear as Firdaus et al. 2012 suggests several measures. Can you see the difference now? Siapa yang nampak different dia?
Nampak.
Okay orang tera-tera semua kan? Alright. So how you want to do that? Again, I show you. You edit dekat that citation, edit and manage citation. Bak kata mas tadi, kita pilih. Mana?
Doktor?
Okay, kita pilih apa? Edit citation. Format kita nak yang macam mana? Is it default format or kita nak display as author year? That's how we want it to be, right? Kalau kita exclude author, kena jadi macam I tadi, I type nama Firdaus tu. Bodohnya lah. Tak apalah, hari ni belajar benda baru. I pergi type tak, I Firdaus, lepas tu I exclude author lah. Ilah. Tapi tak apa, it's okay.
Kawan.
Ceklik.
Klik.
Ceklik
kat semua tu.
Exclude author.
Apa jadi?
Exclude author, dia akan jadi macam tu lah. Okay. Dia akan keluar 2020 je. Tenang.
You type balik.
Firdaus. Bodoh kan?
Kawan.
Tapi tak apa.
Kalau kawan right click je boleh teruskan ke terus pergi kat tempat tu. Kawan klik dekat 2012 tu kan, kawan right click dia boleh terus tak pergi ke edit citation.
Sekejap.
Sebab dulu saya selalu buat macam tu.
Lembab gila sikit. Tak tahulah kenapa masalah ni.
Nebung
Dia sebab dia kadang-kadang Endnote bila dia dengan words kan, dia sebab dia ni, dia kadang dia slow. Right click, update field. Kat mana yang? Edit citation. Boleh. Oh.
Betul.
Dia shortcut, right?
So tak payah pergi atas.
You right click and then you pilih lah apa yang you nak. Okay? Does that ni? Okay, so and then contohnya kalau you nak buat kat sini, contohlah tadi kita buat kat mana? Mana kita buat ni? Ni. Alright, apa aku nak buat ni?
Doktor?
Katalah nak buat sekarang ni another references. Pilih pula. Another references, kita nak masukkan lembab.
Doctor, just one question.
Yes.
Possible. Okay, let's say I want to do the same this kind of style, excluding the authors. Like, okay, Firdaus at all 2012.
You want to add?
So I want to make it like continuous because I'm right.
All right.
Okay, let's say this one time. So do I have to make it like each time I write any other author? So I have to make it like manual editing or?
Sorry, I didn't get you. Again, what you want to do?
Okay, let's say I'm writing one text. Okay, finish the first text. And then I go to another text. I need to add another author, right?
Yes.
So I want to do the same style. Okay, Firdaus et al. Said.
You have to do for every citation.
Yes.
Unless you go to this edit management tadi, right?
Okay.
Example. Because you want to do for several, right?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I show you. You go to katalah you nak buat dua ni, these two items dengan Husin. Okay, contoh you can select two. Tak boleh Or you cannot select lah. You have to do individually. I thought we can select. Yeah, right? We can select. No. You have to do individually.
Okay.
Right?
But
okay,
actually, this technique is not in the Mendeley. That's why not in Mendeley.
All right, okay. Another one I want to show you is that sometimes, all right, you, for example, especially if it's a quotation, you need to put in the page number. So similarly, all right, you still edit, you have to put number. So assuming that you have select your, all right, you already have this, all right, you select, so insert select citation, insert selected citations. Right, then I have Chitra et al. There.
Okay.
Right click, I want to, assuming that this one is a normal citation, I want to edit citation, I want to, this one I have to go more. I have to go more where I have this prefix and suffix. Okay. Have you used this before?
No.
Prefix means that before you have the Chintra et al. 2021. Alright, for example, you want it to be because this is what I did previously lah. Alright, for example, I say that in the literature, there are so many research that has conducted on COVID-19, for example. Yeah. So I want to say that, okay, what are these many papers that actually mention that I have done on COVID-19? So I can put here, for example, right? Prefix means that before the in-text citation. Suffix means that, contoh, you normally refer to page 20, for example. So you see that when I have prefix and suffix, it could either be both or it could be either one lah. Alright, you see the changes here is that they will have it here under Chintra et al. Because they can collaborate between these two softwares kan. So and see, nampak what I write this now, for example Citra, but what is wrong here? There's no space. You janganlah pula pergi manually pergi tukar kat situ. You janganlah pergi space lah pula. No, what you should do? You should edit that. Right? You janganlah buat macam tu. Kat mana tadi?
Delete dah tu.
Apa benda tadi Citra Is it Citra? Mana Citra? Ni kot. Is it? Which one lah? Mana? I delete ke?
Yeah, you delete.
Command Z.
Okay.
Okay, this one I should you don't go and pergi space kat situ ya. What happen bila you go and you put space example Citra tu, what happens that bila you update your citation, dia akan go back to for example Citra. Alright, it will not it will as it is lah. So dia takkan. So what you have to do is you betulkan dekat kat situ lah. For example tu you kena letak space lah after that. Macam tu. Can you see that? Contohnya. So then only dia akan keluar for example Chintra. Alright, so you can put in before the prefix or even after. Page tu yang nak letak comma, page 20 boleh juga. So depends lah on the format macam mana ya. Macam in my case kat ni Pale 2010 P.6 je I buat, contoh lah. Right, so sometimes you need the page, especially kalau ada quotation ke apa.
Thank you.
Alright, so what else do we need to learn? So whenever you key in anything, alright, so dia akan automatically appear here lah. Right? Nampak?
Numbering record.
Sorry?
Numbering the record, numbering the
okay. So yang ni clear, semua dah clear yang ni?
Boleh lah, nanti cuba-cuba lagi.
But as long as you know how to edit, settle lah. Okay, so I have covered single, several, you boleh, kalau nak buat several, ni you click few preferences, beginning, middle and end, that's how lah, you put punya Firdaus, example Firdaus tadi, and then how to edit your author, year and page number. Okay, check all in-text citation. So because remember tadi kita ada saka kat sini, saka tu bila you pakai Endnote, bila you klik dekat situ dia akan grey. Alright, it will be on the grey punya sign. So mean that one is Endnote. Tapi kalau you tengok saka kat sini, dia tak ada. Dia bukan Endnote. So bila macam tu, kan dia tak akan appear lah in your reference list unless you buat manually lah, which I don't. Right, kalau must make sure lah you masukkan je lah you punya saka tu dalam punya Endnote, then you insert lah the citation. Okay, alright. So Kak Al nak sangat tahu pasal reference. Okay, reference ni dia dekat dia level advance Kak Al. Sebenarnya kalau nak tunjuk record number ni, Kak Al kena bayar lain. Dia kena advance level punya. Okay.
Kak Al kena beli yang original Kak Al. Kalau RM3 terlupakan aja.
Output style, connection file. Sabar. Nanti nak cari lama ni. Record summary. Is it? Salah. Halakah. Right. Ada kan? Nanti sabar. Reference, edit reference, move reference, bukan. Kat my tools. Library. Kat mana kan?
Mana I tahu, sebab tu I tanya.
Ada, memang ada. Sabar, tak jumpa lagi ni. Output style is the one. Import filter, connection. Tak ada pula reference. Find duplicate. Ni yang find duplicate yang kita boleh cari tu. Dia dekat sini Kak. Dia mesti kat sini Kak. Aduh, mana ni? Tu search library, site, online, format. Change copy field ni. Tak minta lah betul. Nampak ni?
Kalau yang tak ada, I tak ada.
Oh Lord. Select a field, aku nak apa? Contohlah nanti kat bawah.
Mana ulang balik? Mana tadi?
Sekejap. Dekat tools. Tak boleh, cancel. Tools. Change, move, copy. Nama yang kita ada record, date, author name, year, all these things namanya field. Setiap satu field tu. Alright? So kita nak apa? Alright, so change field or move or copy field. Tak boleh. Change field rasanya. Ni kat sini kita nak field, kita cari record number tu kat bawah. Access date. Mana record number? Ini bukanlah. Ini yang dalam dia. Salah. Bukan. Salah. Kat mana? Pressure macam ni. Record. Kat mana?
Relax.
Tak jumpa lah masalah dia. But it was very helpful lah recording tu. The number tu. But dulu kan macam kita kata reference by the author's name lah, punya banyak lah name kan. So the librarian tu ajar pasal record ni lah. That's the one that I really appreciate lah. Reference, new reference, email. Agak-agak ni nak masa kenapa apa. Find reference, update URL, filter. Show, selected, hide. Macam tak ada lah. Edit.
Number ni number apa Wan?
Sorry?
Kalau dalam tu, yang select field tu, number apa?
Ni, number kat sini ni number of that reference in the library. Okay tak? So instead of you nak refer you punya paper, kata like this one for, of course is for filing purpose kan. Instead of you nak refer, paper tu nama Abdul Rahman ke apa-apa macam ni kan, nampak tak? Ni dah nampak tak? Benda ni kenapa 3 sekali masuk ni? Zakat Institution Malaysia tu. Tu kena dah duplicate lah tu. Right? So you ada 3 benda ni, so nanti you kena delete lah salah satu.
Wan, kalau delete tu, yang ada 3 tu kan dia ada different record number tu. Kalau dia serial kan, automatic serial, maknanya
tak, dia record tu maknanya katalah macam ni sekarang kita ada Abdul Rahman ni ada 4 kan, so I delete 3. Boleh tak? Saya tak tahu kenapa lah hari ni loading. Dia
delete
dia
tu
memang
track boleh kan?
Dia delete maknanya dia akan jadi nombor 1079. Yang kita delete tu nombor tu tak ada lah. Sebab dia nombor tu unik, dia tak overlap. Apa sih? Okay. Siapa boleh buat? Nak delete je pun. Nak delete satu je lah. Tunjuk satu. Sekarang ni dia 1081 kan? Saya delete 1081. Move reference to trash. Lepas ni saya tak ada dah nombor 1081 tu.
Dia tak macam record tu dia tak in sequence. Bila dah delete tu
yang hilang. Nampak? Hilang. Dia 1080, 82, 83. So 81 tu kita delete je. Sebab kalau dia keep on changing the record number tu, saya delete. So dia tak unik dah lah kak. Jenuh lah kak nak kena re-number lah pula kan.
Control measure ni, control measure. That's why dia guna record number as a unique number.
Yes. Rather than the author's name lah. So kat sini tak ada. Tak dapat yang cari lah, nanti saya cari
Okay.
Alright, other than that, apa lagi kita kena buat sekejap.
Macam mana nak garitkan yang highlighted tu tadi?
Lagi sekali?
Pergi dekat yang, bukan kat sini, dekat word tadi.
Words, okay.
Kan ada yang madam klik tu dia highlight tu kan? Atas dekat
okay. Bila kau pakai dia, dia nampak
Cana nak buang tu. Benda-benda tu yang highlight tu nak buang.
Tak buat, kau nak buang apa?
Yang highlight tu.
Tak
kan
boleh. Tak boleh.
Lepas kita dah, after kita dah finalize the paper, then we want to submit.
Alright, very good. Okay, contohlah this is your finalize. So you ada satu kat sini, you ada Firdaus kan tadi? Firdaus 2012, you betul ada Cintra kat sini kan? Okay, bila you nak submit pada developer pula, you nak submit tu punya journal, what you can do is that, so this one nama dia sample kan? You nak submit, you buat ni. Tools, nampak? Convert to plain text. Convert to plain text. So bila you convert to plain text, file sample ni ada lagi. Dia akan create new file yang you kena letak nama baru. Right? So maknanya file ni masih ada lah. Cuma bila paper yang nak hantar pada ni. Ish. Tak mau. Tak mau juga. I rasa masalah sebab I letak ni tak tahu kenapa. Tak boleh.
Additional permission tu Google Drive tu?
Itulah.
Ada ni additional permission tu.
Okay. Tak apalah, letak je kat mana-mana. Okay, tak je situ. Grant access. Okay. So, nampak tak? Mana tadi kita punya? Ni lain. Ni yang kat bawah. Kat bawah kan? Ni yang kat bawah ni. Yang ni kan? Yang ni yang tadi tu, nampak? Fusi ni dah tak ada colour dah. Kenapa tak ada colour? Sekarang ni dia dah jadi plain text. So dia tak link dah dengan Endnote. Tapi benda tu ada lagi lah. Yang ni, yang kita copy tadi, yang ni, this one ada lagi. Cumanya dia tak ada link. Kalau dekat original dia akan ada warna grey kat sini. Menunjukkan daripada Endnote. Tapi and then dia, so that's why bila you nak submit paper, you always you convert to plain text. Sebab kalau you submit nanti leceh juga tau editor ke, sebab bila you ada Endnote kat situ kan. So dia jadi inilah.
Kalau macam case tu kita terhantar yang belum edit, so editor tu nak edit ada cara tak?
Editor nak edit paper you?
No, edit tu yang tadi case tadi kita cakap talking about the case tadi tu yang you dah tukar pada plain text. Dan you hantar pada editor kan?
Ya, betul.
So, kalau dalam case kita terlupa nak convert to plain text.
It's okay.
Buat apa?
Tak ada apa.
Dia tak lari buat apa?
Tak ada.
Sebab dia link pada Endnote kan? Tak ada isu.
Tak ada masalah.
So sebenarnya tak payah buat pun tak apa ke?
Tapi
bagi problem pada editor.
Dulu I was taught bila nak hantar pada orang luar biar benda tu plain text. Convert to plain text dulu. I don't know why.
Okay, thank you.
Nak kerja you always go back to the original one lah. Okay. Apa lagi I tak cover? Mana punya Chrome? Mana ni Chrome? Saya tak tahu kat mana sekarang ni. Endnote I punya apa lagi? Habis lah kot. Kau apa dah ni? 1 minit lagi. I rasa I have covered almost everything. So at the end of the day, you akan dapat something that
it's 11 o'clock.
Macam dia kata kan ke reference list kat bawah ni kan, yang kita buat tadi reference list tu, you boleh edit juga tau you punya reference list tu. Ya, yeah? So you boleh edit your reference list. So you pergi kat reference tu and then you right click. I tak pernah buat, I baru tahu belajar semalam. So katalah kat sini ni, oh ni tak boleh pergi kat sini, kena pakai sample. Alright. So these are your reference list, betul? So bila you tengok benda tu purple tu, you tahu benda tu daripada Endnote. So you right click, contohlah right click paragraph. I think dia dekat paragraph. But I tak pernah buat. Let's try. Kita nak before 0, kita tak nak hanging. None. Kita try yang tu je, okay? Okay. Apa maksud bila buat tak ada hanging, dia semua everything will be on your left lah. Nampak? Beza dengan yang original tu tadi. Can you see that? Cumanya katalah bila I update citation, adakah dia akan back to original? Ya, dia balik-balik. So cara I buat salah. Faham? Sebab I buat yang kat sini ni, I betulkan dekat words punya paragraphing. Bukan Endnote punya paragraphing. Dia two different thing ah. Macam tadi kan kita kata, yang kita buat dekat Cintra tadi, just now. Bila kita betulkan Cintra ni, for example kita letak space, right? For example Cintra tu, you put space in between. So of course you can see that, tapi bila you update your citation, so this one you kena do not so regular lah, alright, but you rasa banyak dah add in, you update citation, so dia akan updated lah, okay. So bila you betulkan dekat words, alright, it will not change the format of the Endnote, alright, macam tadi I buat tadi, you all follow tak ni? Do you get me? So bila I tukar kat sini, the formatting of the paragraph words, bukan Endnote. So you kena pergi dekat Endnote punya. So I rasa you kena pergi edit library references. Salah. Tak tahu kat mana. That's why I cakap tak nak buat kan. Kat mana ni format bibliography. Kat mana nak buat tak tahu. Endnote format bibliography. I don't know. Dia kata right click je, I tak jumpa. Format bibliography. Tools. Export. Export traveling ni maknanya katalah you nak export you punya references tu to another lah. So you boleh buat tu juga. I tak jumpa. Right, macam mana nak betulkan benda ni. Nanti I try belajar lagi dan I share with you. Okay? Okay, lagi apa yang kita tak cover lagi? Edit dah. Dah buat. Ini references. Okay, references yang on the Endnote ni, some of it actually I take from this lah. Dah pakai, kena pakai referencing kan. So kalau you klik dekat situ, you akan dapat lah dia punya tu. Tapi lebih kurang macam I lah. Attendance form. Okay, you can click attendance form. Alright, please sign in attendance form and share what you have learned from the session. Do we have any other question?
So far tak ada.
So far tak ada, Wan. Thank you so much.
After this mungkin ada lah kot. Personal coaching.
Boleh. Kita cuba. Helping each other. I pun not an expert lah. I'm still learning. Macam tadi kan nak cari record number tak jumpa lagi. Kak Al, I owe you.
Dia pun nak tahu. Bukan seorang saja, mesti orang lain pun nak tahu.
Kan? Alright, apa lagi Anas, do you have anything?
Thank you Doktor, jazakallah khairan.
Belum lagi nanti sabar. I pastekan benda ni kat situ lah.
Thank you so much.
Attendance, nanti Zambi nak pakai kot. Pemansi. Salah. Okay, it's already 11 o'clock. I thank you for your participation. Alright, I thank you for your attention. Alright, I hope that you have learned something. Right? I hope that this knowledge will be beneficial. I hope that this knowledge can be practiced. Right? And I hope that you will success lah in your research, insyaAllah. We success together. Yeah. We work together as a team, alright, if we can help each other, alright, that may make our research punya activities easier, alright, manageable. So why not, kan? So I think that's all for today.
Wan, the attendant tu is not accepting response.
Hai, kenapa
betul kan?
Tak allow kot. Betul kan?
Oh, mesti sekejap rasanya sebab hari tu kopi tu lepas tu lupa nak start nah. Boleh ke saya masuk? Mana saya nak masuk? Responses. Nenek. Okay, dah boleh. Should be okay, boleh try tak? Okay, so that's all for today. I'll see you again insyaAllah next time. Next week, I will conduct the long documents, the management of long documents where we look into the headings, the caption, alright, the formatting, paragraphing, alright, and which is very important, especially not only for those yang buat papers, but especially for those yang buat thesis, so not only for you, but also you can advise your students how to actually handle their thesis, alright. Kalau boleh, if you want it that your student prepare the thesis tu from the very beginning lah, format dah betul, heading tu dah betul, tak adalah nanti baru nak buat susah. So all the caption tu semua dah taken care of. So that will be next week insyaAllah. I hope that some of you, or if possible everyone, can join, because I think that the words is the most common software lah yang kita pakai in our everyday life. So with that, I thank you again. If anything, you can just write down in the Google form. With that, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kawan.
Kawan.
Ya, saya.
Kawan.